Hey, what's up, everybody? I think we're live. Let me just double check. Let's see if we're live. Hope you're all doing well. Maybe live? Let's give it a shot here. 1-1. I think we're live. Yeah. Yeah, we're live. Sweet. Okay, cool. So yeah, I was gonna show you guys just actually these two comics plus a couple more today. But my plans changed because I'm usually not one to do this, but I mean, I think I got to talk about it. So, if you guys haven't found out, the Aliens comic book franchise and the Predator comic book franchise just got. Ooh, thanks, Josh. It's good to see you, man. But I hope you're doing good. Well, man. Thanks for jumping in. So yeah, Aliens and Predator now are Marvel comic books. So Dark Horse used to print Aliens and Predator, and now Marvel has it because of Fox. Disney bought Fox, so that's how that happened. And I don't know, I'm a little bit bummed. I saw the concept art for the Predator and the Alien. They both look awesome. They got David Finch. If you've seen a lot of Batman stories, David Finch did a lot of cool Batman art. If you haven't seen it before, it's older. I don't know. I've been looking at comics for 10 years, so like there's a lot of stuff that I talk about. Not as many people. It's like I got in on the YouTube boom, like the YouTube boom of comics is when I started getting into comics too. But New 52. But yeah, so Dark Horse bought Marvel. Opposite. Marvel bought Aliens and Predator. So it's the kind of thing that sucks is here. I'm even going to go grab one because I should have done it. I think the Aliens comic books were the closest thing that really kind of continued on the initial idea, like awesomeness of Alien and Aliens. The first two. Is it? Oh shit, man! I wish PT had been made, dude. That's one game I'm still like, well, fuck, man. That was insane. But I would love to see if they can do it right, man. If it's not just like another cash grab. If they get a team that loves it, dude, I would love to see another Silent Hill. That's like by far one of my top video game series ever, by far. They're wicked. So that's cool. I didn't know that. Good to know. Yeah, dude, the first and second one. I didn't play. I played the third and fourth one too, actually. The fourth one, even though it wasn't supposed to be a Silent Hill one, I thought it was badass. I thought they were all badass. I love them. But yeah, here I'm gonna go grab my Aliens comic book and show you guys some of the like these comic book stories were just the fucking coolest. So this is all Dark Horse. The reason why all these comic books are Dark Horse, I'm going to show inspiration. So a lot of this is black and white, but with fucking sorry. So their main editor, I think, one of the main editors, like in the past 2 weeks, just had like some like, dude, with the whole comic allegations, like their main editor got fired, and they're like, we have nothing to do with them. Like, I'm not sure what it was, but it essentially had to do with sexual assault or predatory actions. So he got fired. And then 2 weeks later, they lose fucking Aliens and Predator, man. And I would love to see what Marvel does, but Marvel gets a lot of money. Marvel has a lot of money. A lot of people see to pay for Marvel. Not as many people pay for Dark Horse. Like, when I think of the big two, in my opinion, it's Image and it's Dark Horse. Those are the big two. Those are my favorite ones. So I don't know. Dark Horse has been taking some swift kicks in the nuts recently, and I love them. I love them. Like probably a third of my collection is Dark Horse, and I have a lot of comics. So God, if they go under with everything, like if you see Dark Horse comics, pick them up. They could use just a couple of bucks right now. Because they're taking the kicks to the nuts. Let me go grab the Alien comic and I'll flip through that. And we'll get to this. But, yeah. Let's see here. Alright. So, let's show you some of these Aliens comics. I'll stop talking about it and start looking at it. So let me move these guys. Because we have Sin City, Milo Manara Library, Dylan Dog Case Files, Hellboy, the big Hellboy, Volume 1. But let's start with Aliens. Because that's what spurred this selection in comic book choices. So, it's a collection of short stories. This is a smaller comic than normal. It's manga size, which is kind of the only downfall of this because they're starting to reprint these comics in their proper size. It's an anthology, so you get like that many different stories. Dude, you get some amazing people in this comic. Isn't that so badass, dude? I would buy a toy with that fucking design because that's Bisley, dude. So you got Bisley in this comic. You got Mike Mignola. You got others. This one's a banger, dude. So this is Ian Edgington, Will Simpson, art, colors by Robbie Bush, lettering, John Costanza. I've seen his name a lot. John Costanza has been on a lot of names. But so this one, I think the art's kind of cool in this one. It's not my favorite out of all these, but like, I don't know, they go for really weird and horror art in these comics really well, and it fits the story. A lot of these are psychological, and that's what's so sad. Is like, I mean, they look fucking badass, right? Oh, look at the colors in that. Oh, so sick. Right? Here, we'll get some close-ups, but they were psychological stories. Like, they were just some of the greatest anthology stories ever, you know, because that's a lot. They're like 4 or 5 issue and then done, kind of like Marvel's getting to now, and I don't mind that. I like the shorter stories. I don't need long-term stuff. But let's check out this scene. I love how the yellows of this page contrast with the. Wow, dude, that's wicked. That's way cool. Man, this guy's really blowing me away. I think I had seen his art in a previous volume, which is why I wasn't like initially so just on it. But man, dude, look at that. That's some rad alien shit, man. But yeah, so this one looks cool. There's a good amount of action too, because a lot of these were kind of continuations of Aliens that didn't really focus on Alien 3. It just kind of kept the world of Alien and Aliens and went off and did its own stories. The first volume actually shows Ripley going to the alien homeworld and taking on like the queen. That's like this huge fucking T-Rex. And she owns her ass. Ripley kicks her ass. So yeah, that's the colors in this one. Again, you can tell in this one, like, we had some action in the beginning, but it's a lot of not action. A lot of story plot driven things. Great science fiction stories. And then when you get to it, dude, I love the purples on the alien. The Colonial Marines are fucking cool too. I like how cyber they are. I'm pretty sure. Absolutely. So you see that? Yeah, that Frank Miller's Ronin came out within probably 5 years of these comics being made, if not almost at the same time. But badass queen, dude. Whoo, dude, I love the pose of that one. That pose is iconic. It's so cool. Dude, I love the purple, man. I might throw some purples in some of my monsters here. Because I'm digging this, man. Really digging it. Hey, thanks for like, Terry. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing good. Oh, look at... Oh, dude. Okay, that's... Okay. Okay, wow. Wow, let's look at this scene, because this scene's so fucking cool. So, and I'm just going to talk about the visuals, because all we need right now is the visuals, because this is insane. All right, so check this scene. This is a beautiful, beautiful layout to the scene. So, you got this panel. You see that window? It's black, nothing. You're like, wow. You fear. The fear takes over because this is a fear-based comic. So your fear is kind of like, well, what's son of a biscuit? Well, what's behind it? Very Mobius inspired. Love the blue. I really love the blue of the scene too. But he's like, fucking, what's behind there, man? What crazy shit? Because the scientists mess with the genes a lot. Xenomorph genes a lot. And that's what this is. They're fucking with it. But then he's like, okay, let's feed it this body. I don't know if that's an android body or just a regular body. And I toss it in. That looks like a body. Connected to some scientific materials. I don't know. It's been a while since I read this, but the hands just pulling it. Because you see the body first, man. Man, if they had flipped this, it wouldn't have done justice. But to go to leading up, the first thing you see is the cord, and then you see, wow, you're like, oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. This is terrible. And then it's like, oh, God, there's the real nightmare. This is disturbing, but here's the real nightmare. And then, ooh. Dude, isn't that just fucking creepy? Like, if you were reading this in one-page installs, oh my God. And imagine, and I don't know if it's because, so this is a collected edition that kind of fucked with the format a bit, and then you go to that, right? You go from, there he is, to it. And that's still just as terrifying. That reveal is so cool. I love that. And it's that Saturn chewing on his kid, that reference. I know these comics are kind of vile, but fuck it, you know? I like crazy comics. It is what it is. But like, it's that same, very inspired by that. He took that really dope pose that I was talking about earlier and just fucking, dude, Satan, Saturn, Satan, same fucking thing. The astrology people would probably be pissed. But yeah, okay, let's go ahead and go to a different story because I can. Oh, look at the colors. Look at that. Great colors. Fantastic. Man, that's cool. Dude, see, this comic is blowing my mind even more than like the first time I read it. Dude, I really did not give this comic a fair shot. This is some of the most badass action shit ever done with like mutated aliens. Tell me there's nothing cooler than that. Like Marvel has a fucking legacy. A legacy to live up to, dude. So you got these comics here. Let me go to the next one. Oh, there's so many good scenes, dude. Look, the Queen. It's like fucking Jurassic Park with aliens, man. That's exactly what it is. The Queen's taking on the genetically enhanced. I think it's a super male. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But Jurassic Park style, bruh. Okay, this comic is dope. All right, what was that? We got to make sure we know the name of the people. That's amazing. Okay, check out that. Hold on, we almost slipped through. Cool. Oh, see, that's the person. That was the body. I should have paid attention more. That's the body that they did. Okay, so they were testing and then, ooh, man. See, it's stories like these, man. These stories are awesome. Do yourself a favor. If you like aliens and predators, look at all the freaking... Oh, I just broke the fucking binding. I kid you not. I broke the binding. Oh, well. It's not my first book to break the binding. Son of a biscuit. Sacrifice? Okay, so this is the fully painted one. Dude, look at this. All right. Peter Milligan. Peter Milligan did a bunch of stories with Brendan McCarthy. Brendan McCarthy, I'll show his stuff soon. So many people do, and I try to shy away from those ones so much. But I mean, you show them for a reason because they're so good. But he did a lot of 2000 AD. He's British, UK, whatever it is, wherever you want to call that. But he worked with him. Art by Paul Johnson, dude. Oh, painted. The story's it's like a cult, man. This is like a cult, and it has to do with the aliens. They had such cool ideas, but they involved a lot of. Oh, look at the painted pages. It's very Arkham Asylum, you know, especially here. But they do a lot of religion with it too. So it was cool, dude. They just really continued. Oh man. See, I mean, this has more. You don't. Sometimes the aliens, the boogeyman, you don't really ever see it. That's just a dream. Cool dream interpretation, though. I tell you what, dude, this is the legacy of aliens, man. I love it. So I think Marvel can do it. I mean, if they get good people writing good stories, Donny Cates is a great writer. He's with Marvel now. I don't doubt the. Look at that cool dude. Look at the painting on that, man. That's just incredible. I love the colors. I love it when they do full paintings things. They got great creators, man. Look at that. And again, it's just in the dreams. You don't even see the alien in this comic, and it's an alien comic. I mean, especially with how Todd McFarlane wants to do Spawn now. You should look at the how Aliens did this for inspiration, because I think that would be a cool anthology series. To see it done like Alien style. Look at the painting in there, man. That's so cool. But yeah, they're all people who this is the aftermath of knowing that having encountered the aliens before, and this is what it does to people. I mean, you see that in the movies too. You see how messed up Ripley is after surviving it. Dude, great painting. Great. Look at that page. And it's like reasons like these I wish this was big. They have library editions now. You should get those if you're interested in any of these stories. Having this, oh man. There it is. There's the only time. The last page. I'm kind of ruining this comic for you guys. I apologize. But the final page, you finally see the alien. That's so cool, dude. That's look at that. And just for a moment, for a glimpse, and then it just fades to black. That's a dope way to tell a story. If you're trying to scare somebody, it's so in the vein of Alien 1. For how many pages? Let's see how many pages it is. It goes back, bruh. It goes back. That's a flashback. You don't see the alien until for that many pages. And then it just sneaks in. Dude. Cool comic. And then look at that, dude. Let's check this painting. I think this is probably one of my favorite. I have a couple favorite alien illustrations. Love that. Airbrush. Definite airbrush. Ink. Probably watercolor. And some airbrush on it too. I like the colors in this. I like the inks, the lines, the characters. The colors are a little flat though. It's that early digital, I like the painting over it. But it works, it does its service. Very MIB. Expressive faces though. I like that. This is an action comic, so this is more in the vein of Aliens. Oh, dude, check out that scene. That's kind of cool. Oh, I'm starting to lose it again. Here, we'll go to the next story. It's a cool one. This one's a longer one. Very action. But you got some cool. I'm now forever loving purple aliens. I think every time I see aliens now, I'm going to want them done purple because of the last one. But this is a cool story. Very actiony, very Jeff Darrow, Crack. Good animation in all these panels, man. I like it. Colors are clear. Here we go. Here's a Mike Mignola. Wow. And then we'll look at Hellboy. Yeah. So this is, they're marooned on a planet. They get marooned. Their ship maroons on a planet, and these two dudes are the only guys left. He's a religious preacher. He's selfish crew member, a normal person, shall we say, put in a situation like this, and it's just the two of them. I think the Mike Mignola, it's pretty dope. This is done, I want to say in the 90s, right? Yeah, let's double check. D-Day check. 86, my bad. Fuck. No, 91, 92, 93, 97, 98. So 90s. So he was in about his Hellboy mode here. We're ramping right up to it, So a lot of his cartoony animation is kind of how I model my characters similar. I just don't like as many blacks. I like it to be a little bit more detail and cross-hatchy. But his art's great, dude. I love. Let's see if we can get no blood. Come on. Love that panel. That's a cool panel. All these panels are cool. Colors are great. I bet the colors are by him. I'm 95% sure the colors are by Mignola. No, I was completely wrong. Oh, that's why. Okay, so we got Dave Gibbons writing. Dave Gibbons, Watchmen for you. Mike Mignola, pencils. Kevin Nolan, dude. Kevin Nolan, he's huge. He's huge. If you haven't seen Kevin Nolan, he's done some awesome Batman stuff as well. Colors by Matt Hollingsworth. Colored Batman. Dope shit. Dope shit. Or no, Watchmen. My bad. That's colored by Matt Hollingsworth. He did Watchmen, and look at that. He makes Mignola's stuff sing. I think Mignola might. It's either Dave Stewart or Hollingsworth that does the coloring for. Man, check out that page. It's like the proto Rasputin sometimes, you know. That's cool. But they're just getting the tensions build in there because it's them and an alien, so the tensions are building. You know, it's building, and then they're starting to try to kill each other. And all out. So they got some cool fight scenes. That's cool. Dude, I love that face. Great expression. And always the half side lighting. The side lighting. He is a god at side lighting. I'm not as good. He side lights it all. I love how it. I mean, I like side lighting more than top down lighting, dude. To be honest. Look at that. It's so cool. It's so rad. He does such a good job. It's not easy. Not easy. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. And there's the alien. Another cool one where you don't see the alien for a while, but damn. What a scene. Dude, that's cool. That is so dope. I like it. And then they take them on, man. Okay, so she survived too. This lady survived. Dopest Mike Mignola alien ever. So cool. So yeah, that's. I mean, here let's. Oh, you get to see the Queen. Mike Mignola drawing the Queen with Matt Hollingsworth coloring it. That's so cool. Oh, check those dudes out. Man, that's rad. I like that scene too. Look at them. Look. Oh. Dude, Mignola's badass. The colors, dude. I keep my. Oh, she's an android. She's an android. Probably knew that if I'd read it or looked over it earlier. But nah, he becomes like a. Yeah. Let me get to Bisley real quick. I just want to show you guys Bisley. Art's not bad in this comic. It's really realistic. So it makes the deaths more intense for sure. But not as exciting to look at. Yeah, that's pretty cool though. So much violence. Sorry guys. Reapers. Alright, here's my Bisley. I want to show you guys Bisley. It's a short story, but it's hilarious. It's a funny aliens one, but it's one of my favorite Bisley stories. You can see his inspiration by Corbin in this. So much. Richard Corbin. That's a cool panel. How it just, come on, work with me. Hangs from above. I love that. And these are like biomech warriors sent in, and they're like, oh, it's too bad for gross for me. Oh, I can't take it. Oh. See? Purple aliens, man. Oh, that's exactly it. Purple aliens. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's this halftone texture in it. I'm not a fan of the halftone texture. That is so cool. That is rad. Here, let's see if we can get it to focus. It's not focused. There we go. Yeah, I mean, he's one of my favorite artists. You can tell why. Dude, look at that, just the detail and lighting on that. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Big ass alien queen. She's huge. Dude, I don't know. There's just something that Bisley does that speaks to my soul. I think he does that for a lot of dudes who are adrenaline junkies, shall we say? Oh, that's rad. Doesn't really look like an alien, but it looks rad. That is cool. Man, I love the painting and the texture he did on these. So cool. And I'm just not sure we're gonna ever. Look at that. He eats it. They're not scared of the aliens at all. They use the alien eggs as food. Isn't that hilarious? It's like a butcher shop. I hope we see that kind of tomfoolery. Oh, look at that queen. Tomfoolery. That is so dope. I'll leave it with this while it's on. I hope we see that kind of tomfoolery in the aliens. Predator and the comics never did much for me, but I may have missed out on good ones, you know. But yeah, I mean, oh look, there's a skull right there. You can't even see it, but there's a skull right there. You zoom up super close. Look, it's peeking out at you. That's a great artist. And then not so much on the eye, but I think that might have been. Yeah. So this is my favorite volume of it. I have this one and one. All the other ones, I mean, Alien's good, but there's so many stories in these that like you can be set and satisfied with one. You know, to be honest, like they're all so different and so unique, but they all fit inside the Alien category. But if you are looking for something that's different that is better than the movies that came out later, pick up the Aliens comics, man. Pick them up soon too. But so yeah, onward with talking about Dark Horse. We're gonna go to what I've been looking at from my inspiration comics, line art wise. That'd be cool to give you guys the kind of look into it. The first one is the Dylan Dog Case Files. I was just talking about Mike Mignola. Mike Mignola. This is a Mike Mignola cover. He's the one who I think got these because these are Italian. He's the one who got them translated in English. But they're all black and white. But the artwork's really cool. Oh, hello. Well, I can't. Well, some of these pages I can't show you. It's like the supernatural. I mean, it's like Dylan Dog. He's like a supernatural investigator. Like you can hire him to take care of a supernatural situation. Essentially, that's Dylan Dog right there. If I can get it to focus. Focus for me. Focus. You can do it. All right, I'll just pull it back here. He's a main dude. But just like Aliens, this is another horror series, but it's like all these are chunked out into different sections. So like each one's a story. I like the art a lot, but mostly humor. But Dylan Dog's horror humor, but better than like the EC archive shit. But he's got Groucho Marx. Groucho Marx is literally his assistant. He got some zombies, shooting zombies. I really like the zombies in this. I'm going to show you guys this one because they got some good horror artists too. I like those. Very Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead? Living Dead? Night of the Living Dead? The first one, you know? Kind of creepy in that vibe. But I mean, it's good stories. It's cool stories. Like, they're very good stories. Funny, like pulpy, kind of pulp. Yeah, it's like if Ryan Reynolds was was Dylan Dog. That's kind of the personality of Dylan Dog. Looking at him in the old piece. Then you get a different artist for this story, but it's really cool stuff. I love the black and white comics because you get, I think, the best artists do the black and white. Again, it's just kind of, it has no legs. It's good at being creepy, right? I think he helps him, but I mean, it's cool art. It's like how to build a horror tone. I love that. Love the art here. I love the dog. It's hard to animate dogs, but he did a good job. That's a hard. This whole scene is hard to draw, and this artist just knocked it out of the park. Oh, and then the dogs start going crazy. You see people start attacking them. Oh yeah, they start attacking. But it's just kind of supernatural shit. But I mostly bought these for the art. Stories are good. I don't remember them, to be honest, but I remember them being, and I apologize, but I remember them being good when I read them. I thought they were really interesting. It's good. I love the black and the white shirt. Like, it gives you a good balance. Artist has great weight balance on the panels. More just awesome art. Love the expressions here. It's hard to get faces to do that good of expressions. It's dope stuff, man. Let's go to the next story. Another artist, very different art styles. Intruder. Yeah, I mean, you get these. Oh, yeah. Good black and white stuff, you know? And then, yeah, hiring. I just love the people. Yeah, dude, thanks, man. I love these comics too, dude. These are good reference. I want my faces and shit to look like that. I'm kind of focusing on that because I have to draw a lot of crowd scenes with this next comic, and just, oh, dude, that's pretty creepy. I like that. It's like a Junji Ito shit right there. Great fucking panels, man. Yeah, man, I just want to get good expressions like that on some of these characters' faces. And I'm going to do a lot of crowd scenes because they're inside a city, kind of. That's badass. There's nothing that, like, special, you know? There's nothing fancy. It's not like a Bisley page. It's a calm page, but it still just builds this atmosphere. Right? It's pretty dope. It's just their faces, man. They're so good at it. That animated expression, because it's so cartoony, but at the same time, I mean, that's a good looking face. It looks like it has its own character. It has its own character. Yeah, let's go to the next one. There's one in particular that's like, so yeah, that was just a killer on the serial killer on the loose. Different artist, similar kind of fashion. That's great shadows. They're trying to do the similar heavy blacks and whites. I don't think it works as well with this artist, but it's still not bad. Oh, that's a cool fucking scene. See, proves me wrong. Wow, that's great. You know, they may not have the same line weight, but their scenes are good. Their scenes are really good. See, look at me talking shit. I'm learning my lesson. Don't talk shit, my dudes. I think they work a little bit. And they don't have quite the same face balance yet. I think this artist is close. I think the other one had a little better, but I love the fucking layouts, dude. Look at that panel. It's pretty badass. I like each artist's take on Dylan Dog. Kind of same look, but each artist gets their own take. Kind of like on Alien, dude. Very similar things. Dude, that's a badass page. You know, I was talking about line weight. You know, I think they eased into it because that's a dope ass color balance. Love that panel, man. Looks like a Bruce Campbell right there. Dope. Super dope, man. I love that. That is great. None of it's connected. None of it tells single fluid motion, but it does its job so well. Black, white, like the alternating. It alternates. Dark, dark based, light based, dark based, light based. It's cool. Love the shadows on him. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Oh, look at that Death Trap dungeon! Dude. Yeah, these are badass. He just goes on all kinds of like supernatural adventures. You know, it's kind of like, oh man. It's kind of the same way I feel about Aliens, dude. There's more to these, but there's so many stories packed into this one that I'm like, dude, I'm good. That is so cool. That is rad. Always taking them off. Dude, I love their inking technique. Their pen technique is so cool. Great horses. Look at that. That is dope. I like these guys. Very Ranzeroxy to me, you know? Ranzerox, or it reminds me of Ranzerox. I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but that's how I'm going to think. Ranzerox, maybe? Wow. Dude, those scenes have some weight to them. That's kind of what I mean. Like, they wow, this artist is great. Another they just hit that ballpark with these. Every story has a fantastic artist, you know. It's not too low caliber. Another cool page. A bit more story driven too, but I think that I look at these guys for the balance, I'd say. The balance in the faces. Clarity in the faces, especially in that early one. Oh, here we go. Here's the one I was looking for because this is so cool. This is a sequel to the one that looks like Day of the Dead with a different artist. That does it even better than the previous artist. I think I'm pretty sure they're different artists. Look at those zombies. It's so cool. And very Day of the Dead, you know? I don't think these came out. These are older. I'm 95% sure. Maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. So they didn't have many references, but that's a great photo. Love that. Don't look at zombie comics much, but hey, wait. I'd like to show you that page, but I'm not going to. But we'll check out this one. Look at that creepy motherfucker. I like the lines. I definitely remember kind of taking some of that and of the line stuff, like when I was starting to really concrete how I wanted to do my comic book illustrations. These shadow lines that they have on here, you can kind of see it there. Big inspiration here. We're gonna focus this page right now. Yeah, so these lines right here. Those lines, those shadow lines kind of really inspired me. The single not even perpendicular dash, but the single dash. Oh, so cool. So cool. And what's really cool about this one, dude, I love this. You can read that. That is all you have to read to understand this whole page. but you get so much more extra context and time. This is a page within a page, my dudes, and I think it's so cool. This is telling the main action. This tells that same action extended and exaggerated. I'm doing with my black costume. I'm going to be trying some different things. I don't know. I'm trying to get pretty risque with my comic book pages. Some of them will work, some of them won't. So I'll have to see how it goes, but I think I can do it. I hope I can do it. I feel confident that I can do it. We'll put it that way. I like those guys. Those guys are cool. But I love it. I mean, look. I did a thing in one of my most recent pages with a background that was black like that with the white. That's really cool. That's what, like I said, I'm looking for the stark contrast panels and kind of soaking them in. Dude, I mean, light, dark, dark, light, you know? And it's flip-flop. It's great storytelling. It's great visual storytelling, creating beats, patterns, and rhythm. I really like this comic, if you can't tell. Like I said, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they're good comics. They're really good comics. They just, not many of them are translated. And they're in black and white. They're all in black and white. And they're kind of horror comics, so it's got a it doesn't get as much love as I think it should, because these are cool. I really like this. It's so cool, light contrasted with dark, you know? And I guarantee it all has, again, I'm not going to take the time to read this. I should have read it beforehand, but like, dark inside the light, or yeah, light inside the dark, you know? But this one's even lighter too. So it's getting optimistic, ba-bow, you know? That's, all right, so I'm going to take you through the beats of this, and we'll try to include the dialogue too. I think I just said it, but we'll go through it again. Light, dark, because that's what we've been playing. Light, dark, very at odds with each other, obviously, but it stayed cordial. It stayed nice. They've had words. Half and half, I'd say. Half and half. Light seems to think it's one. Boom. And then again, it ends. Mr. Doc, how would you dare, if I can talk, you would dare ask our dear deceased to pay you? So it's pow. But you can see it coming. You can see the buildup in the panels. That's so dope. I love it. We're learning some comic books here. And this is a bigger story. This takes up like, this one goes, nope, not a bigger story. Sorry, never mind. Check out this dope ass artwork. Look at that. That is so cool. It looks like barbed wire almost, you know? The clouds. And then there's a zombie walking. Like some Blade Runner, like fucking industrial shit. Kapowski's. And he's reading the Dylan Dog comic. These comics are great, man. I think they're so funny. Oh, I like that, dude. That's a cool scene. That's a really cool scene. I love that panel. Just the way they're positioned, it's great action. All right, we'll end with this because I don't think it's gonna get better than this. Allah, look at that! All right, oh no, they pulled them out of the car. Look at how cool they are. Oh, dark, light, dark. Mastery of those elements, and I love it. And you can see how these comics influenced Mike Mignola. I mean, it's right there, you know? You see how he plays with those colors so much? It's because of these guys. But look at the line work on his face, too. That's fantastic. They just tear him apart, man. And then you get that. Check out her face, dude. Ah, okay. So yeah, I mean that's a series. You got great artists throughout the whole thing. Look at that, the black and the white, the comic that day. It's just, every artist is so good, dude. Every artist is just a G. Or not to. Let's see here. Maybe so there's a possibility that nope, never mind. It's just different artists. That's cool, and they're all so good. I think that's dope. So that's Dylan Dog Case Files. It contains like that much story, that many comics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 comics. 7 full-length stories. I mean, not full-length, but these pages are, I mean, it's 70-ish, 70, 100. Close to 100 pages of story, dude. Yeah, 100-page stories, 7 of them? Man, Dark Horse, thank you. Keep making dope shit. I appreciate it. I'll try to go a little faster here. I might not. We'll see. I can't show as much of this comic, so we'll probably go faster, but we'll take a look at Sin City. This is volume 2. I always say, like, try not to show the ones that everybody sees, but Frank Miller did this one. I love his line work. I'm just gonna flip through it a little bit. I could do my own whole thing on Frank Miller. This is the second volume. Just trying to get to it, make sure. Yeah, I can show you this one. It's pretty dope art. I mean, unfortunately, you see one Sin City. All these seem to be anthologies today. All of these are anthologies, essentially. Wow, that's cool. Collected shorter story, shorter comics. Volumes. But yeah, it's pretty cool. If you haven't picked up a Sin City comic, they're kind of incredibly problematic now. The art is revolutionary. The storytelling devices were revolutionary, but I mean, he's not been one to be nice. Yeah. I don't want to spend too much time on that one. Let's go ahead and finish out with Hellboy. Let's show you Hellboy. So this is a library edition. This is a big ass motherfucker. Because I like big ass motherfucking comics. This is the first volume. Oof. Check that shit out. Talking about a whole lot of Mike Mignola today. Light, dark, just like we were talking about with Dylan Dog, but he really simplifies it even more. This comic is fucking huge. So I'm gonna try my best. Dope Hellboy illustration. I love it. Yeah, I mean, it's just, this guy is so big. I don't know if I can show you as much because he's so fucking big. But, yeah, well, you know what? Here, we're going to do this. Because these pages lay down. Ah! Alright, let's look at some Hellboy. Alright. If you like Cthulhu, dude, check that shit out. Look at that blank panel. That's a whole lot of nothing, but it works. I mean, if you haven't read Hellboy, do yourself a favor. Pick up some motherfucking Hellboy. Oh, what a badass scene. The frogs become huge. He does a huge narrative, and the frogs become really key in it. Kind of a key villain monster thing. You saw it kind of. Oh, dude, look at that face. It's so good. The side lighting, man. The side lighting. Even there. Comic book master. Look at how poppy those colors are. Let's see who colored this. Mark Terreo. I was wrong on all guesses. He did an amazing job. Look at that shit. That is so cool. I want to add some. I mean, I have been adding some backgrounds that do that pop. But that's great. I think this was the. I mean, I don't know how long. Such a good panel. Love that. I don't know how long Terreo stayed on, but I mean, Dave Stewart's amazing. He's my go-to dude for top colors. But Terreo did amazing on these. Dude, Mignola's just a G. He is a straight up G. Check that out. That's so cool. You can kind of remember this scene from the first Hellboy. You've seen it. Very different. The first volume and the movie kind of keep with each other. Kind of. The agent guy isn't in it. Look at that animation. Look at that. That is so cool. Let's see. Hey, who did you? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to get it. You can see that one. That's it. So badass, man. Dude. Hellboy is just awesome. If you haven't picked up Hellboy, do yourself a favor. Pick it up. This is so cool. And it gets better. And Mignola is an amazing storyteller. Check that out. Sick. Dude, okay. I'm getting so hyped. I'm getting so hyped right now. Damn, man. Check that scene out. And then just encompassed by dark. That is so cool. That is so rad. This really inspired me recently in one of my panels. I wasn't looking at it, but I was thinking Mignola-esque. Just to kind of simplify all the craziness that I have. BPRD. If you haven't read those comics, read those comics too. Super sick. Here, we'll keep looking a little bit more. We'll find a good page to end on. Like the trees, the green. Beautiful lighting, you know, here, and then it's not a strong contrast here. It's very neutral, sunrise or sunset. Probably sunset, I'd assume, for this story. But this is where it's haunting, shall we say? Cool layout there. Very League of Extraordinary Gentlemen-ish. That's a comic I've never read, but wish I had. Dude, check out the purple. My next issue is purple. Front of the biscuit. My next issue is purple. That's really cool. I like that. And then he's always got his good faces. Side-lit faces are dope. Depending on what you're going for. He's going for dramatic. So it works. Let's finish out with a monster. Give me a mile. That's cool. That's creepy, right? He just appears out of nowhere. She's sitting there. Oh. Lets time pass. She's just chilling, and then he comes. Wow, so dope. But I want to get to a monster. Give me a monster. Abe Sapien. That's not him. Check that out. Fucking castle. That is cool. Drop. I love that. Here we go. We'll end on this page. This badass battle scene. That's so dope. How the butler turned into the frog. The frog with big fucking teeth. Prepare. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Yeah, those are kind of my inspirations recently. But yeah, Sea to Destruction by Mike Mignola. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll try to do some streaming here soon again. I think my internet's starting to work more, but we'll see. Yeah, other than that, I'll sign off. You guys have a good rest of your day, night, week, who knows. Later.